What's up, guys? Sorry, fashionably late like always. I'm actually still waiting for Tim to pop on here. Um, we were actually in the middle of testing something, and it's driving us bonkers right now. It has to do with AWeber integration, and Tim's talking to one of the developers right now, trying to figure out what on earth is going on. There's Tim. He popped in here. Timothy.
What's going on, dude?
My
What's
buddy.
Up, Yo.
I saw you posting some mess. Randy, he's aware of what's going on?
Yeah. I told him the steps that we were doing and how we were testing it and everything like that, because I guess members are still having issues with it. So
yeah.
Laid out exactly what we did, how we tested it, because he said it was working for him every single time, and then went back and told him like it's not working on our end. So I'm waiting for him to get back.
It's still working on his end right now?
Yeah, he said he tested it time and time again, and it's worked every single time for him. So I told him our process, because it's the same process everyone else would do, and told him like, it ain't working. So
cool. Well, people.
So yeah, guys, thanks for as we.
No, go ahead, Dave.
I was going to say, I just want to say thanks to everyone who's been patient with us during this time of opening the doors to you guys. And, we're ironing out the final bugs and everything like that. And it's the home stretch. And for about 99% of the system, it's working. There's a select few individuals whose accounts, when we merged the accounts over from the old system to the new, there were some bugs. That's going to happen. And so for those of you who have been having problems, you guys know we're on top of it and getting everything fixed and sorted out as we move on. So just wanted to say thanks to everybody who's had, issues and has allowed us to work on it and fix it for you guys. So thank you for that.
This actually turned out to be more of the actual beta test, and really when we're talking about the grand scheme of things, because we let a few people in there, but it wasn't necessarily a true beta test. So what the heck did I just do? Yeah, it wasn't a true beta test. So that's why we just started emailing everybody else out. We only emailed once just to get enough people in there to start going through everything. So we pretty much squashed all of the bugs except this one thing. So it's pretty much everything's working. I know there are a few of you that are still having complications with get response, but we've tried that. And majority of the people got it to work the first time out, no problems, and it's working. There's no issues with get response. The only thing that could be happening if you're having issues with it, it's probably user error. So there might be something that you might be doing wrong. But other than that, that's working. AWeber, on the other hand, there's some issues with the integration, and AWeber is trying to be difficult. So other than that, everything is working. All the sales pages, the buttons, all that stuff's working. The thing that we really wanted to get on here to talk about was for those of you, for our affiliates, we wanted to explain how AWN is going to work as far as being an affiliate for us and how you're going to make money, because I know some of you guys maybe haven't been on some of our other hangouts where we went through this, but we wanted to touch on this again, especially with the affiliate links. There's a lot of confusion of your affiliate IDs aren't on the links and so on, and people are kind of scared to go out there and promote, thinking like they won't get credit for things. So we want to go through that and explain how all that works. And why we did it that way too. So everything's working. Everything's pretty much working except that one little thing, which is AWeber. So yeah.
AWeber's being a pain in the ass.
Oh, and for those, I saw some people posting in there. Who do you think? They're like, who do you think likes that song more, Tim or Mike? That's actually, I was the one that posted that song.
Yeah, Mike's the one who found it, but I really like it.
You like it?
I do like it.
Yeah, it's a cool song.
So yeah, guys, what we're doing today for the hangout is just like Mike said, we're going to be want to talk about a few things to help you guys understand this world of direct response marketing, digital direct response marketing, because there's an offline version of direct response marketing. It really is all the same principles and fundamentals, but when you go online, there's things like autoresponders, landing pages, sales pages, capture pages, stuff like that. And not necessarily the there's media buys online, there's media buys offline, everything like that. But we want you guys, what we're here to do with AWN is for now teach you guys the way to market a business online. And it doesn't matter what you're in. You could be in some network marketing or MLM business. You could be doing affiliate marketing. You could be doing marketing for a brick and mortar business. You could be, the brand new person who just started a blog and want to figure out how to get more traffic to that. You want to become known on YouTube, whatever it is you want to do. We really want to break down the simplicity of it all, because there's a lot of internet jargon and a lot of technical stuff that goes on behind the scenes in order to make this thing work. A lot of people, they get online and they see all this hype and how much money they can make. And it's the money that you can make is true. However, the way it's perceived by the person searching for that information is, all I have to do is click a button and I'll be rich. And the truth is not when you're a beginner. Okay, if you're brand new, I want you guys to understand you got to learn some stuff. You got to go out there and try it and become. Michael and I were actually having this conversation yesterday. I wish we would have recorded it because it was a really good combo. Allowing yourself time to get good is part of the process. There's a lot of failures. There's a lot of things that you're going to test that aren't going to work. And it's not that it's not working. It's just you're learning. You're observing how it all works. There's a lot of little things that, we can give you the exact blueprint. We can give you the exact copy. We can give you the email campaign. And yeah, you'll probably get results with that. However, there's going to be things that come up that maybe something glitched, or maybe you put in the wrong link, right? Little things like that. Little things like where you might have the right sales funnel and email campaign and everything that's 100% perfect, but because you're getting from the wrong traffic source that's not necessarily prime traffic for your offer, it's not going to work at all. And you're going to think this is a scam, it doesn't work. Or maybe you got premium traffic they're just a huge list of buyers. You spend a few $1,000s on this traffic source, and then you're sending them to a funnel that's the copy doesn't speak directly to that traffic, and they're not going to buy from you. So you got to learn how to marry the two and merge them in a way that's your own to stand out. Because if you're doing exactly what everybody else is doing, you might get some results, but because other people may have seen it before, they're like, oh, it's this thing. I'm not interested. And then you get discouraged, and then you quit, and then you believe that, okay, this doesn't work. And then you stop taking action. Right. So what we do here at Automated Wealth Network, we've set up a sales funnel. We've set up a membership site. We've set up an internal community to enable you guys to learn this process, to really go out there and give you actionable steps to take the action so that you can learn how to do it, okay? And giving you the community for support so that when you do have a question, when you're feeling concerned about something, or when you're really excited because you've just learned something or you applied it and you got a result, we're here to lift you up and keep you going. But our sales funnel is structured in a way it's pure 100% unadulterated direct response, okay? Meaning when they land on your capture page or they land on your lander, there's certain functions and there's certain copy on that page that's there on purpose. For example, the timer on the first button to pop up with the sales video, right? This has been a conversation that people feel concerned about. And I understand, when Michael and I, this is how this whole conversation came up the other day, was Michael and I were talking about this and trying to figure out a way to help you guys understand, like, hey, this is something that needs to be in place. Now, maybe, just maybe, we're wrong with having it so long. And some of you guys might think, yeah, you're wrong, put it up there, keep it up there for the entire video. However, there might be a point where the video might be or the button to pop up, the timing might be a prime location at 5 minutes, might be a prime location at 10 minutes, right? This is all going to come down to testing, guys, and we're testing from the back, and we're moving backwards with it. Okay, so we put it where the call to action is. Like when you're selling a high price, when you're selling a high ticket product, usually through a video or webinar, you want that buy button to come up at that right time. Okay, so we applied that to the $7 offer. Now we might be complete idiots and it might be wrong with that, but what it's doing actually is it's helping the back end convert higher. Okay, and on the front end, it's filtering out the people who just want a quick fix and they just might want to buy it. People have different opinions on that. This is a continuous debate online, and we're willing to put ourselves out there and tell you guys, like, no, this is what we're doing. We're sticking to it. We're going to test it. And we're going to see how well it works. And if we can find a better solution, you bet your ass we're going to implement it, right? And that's what being a marketer is all about, guys, is going out there, putting yourself out there and testing and being confident, like, okay, this is the way it's going to work. You got to be that scientist with a hypothesis and a strong enough belief, like this is the way I feel it's going to work. You go out there, you apply it. If it doesn't work, or if it's not performing as well, you go back to the drawing board. Okay, it didn't work. Then you go back and we're going to change the time. And you guys might see, like, we're going to be changing the timer on that button to tweak it, to test it. Okay. And that's all part of it. You guys are along this journey with us to figure out. You're going to see the testing that we're doing. You're going to see stuff changing and moving around. And that's because we're testing. We're seeing, like, what's going to work better. And because you guys get to leverage that, and you guys don't have to sit there and figure out, why isn't this working? We get to do all the hard work for you. Okay. So what we're finding as well is that upsell, for AWN Core, is it's converting at like 40 to 50%, guys. 40 to 50%. And on the front end, that Tripwire, it's converting at between 9 and 12%. That's insane. So for every 100 visitors, and they have to be good visitors, you can't just go buy crap traffic, but really good visitors. So say you get 100 visitors using any of the methods that we teach you, right? And get 100 visitors to your capture page. With the data that we're getting right now, we're showing that it's a really good chance that you're going to get at least 9 new Tripwire sales. And out of those 9, at the way the core level is converting, out of those 9 people, you're probably going to get about 4 to 5 core sales. Okay, that's insane. That's unheard of. Okay, so keep that in mind. And as time goes on, as this thing starts going and cranking, and more people are exposed to it, we're gonna see those conversion rates kind of do this thing, right? Or I should go this way. They're doing this, and they're gonna start creeping down just a little bit, right? The second we start noticing it kind of dip a little bit, we're gonna start testing stuff to keep it on the incline for you guys, okay? Because this is our business as well. We don't want something to not work, right? We've invested a lot of time. We've invested a shit ton of money to build this thing. And we want to make sure that we stay in the black as well, because we're running a business, and we understand you guys are out there running a business as well. So we want to make sure you guys are safe, and that you guys, especially because, you know, you're helping us grow Automated Wealth Network to what it's going to be. We want to make sure you guys are in good hands, and we're going to be testing and tweaking. And, you know, we listen to you guys. We've seen all the support. We're watching, you guys. We're watching the Facebook group, we're watching the comments inside of the community, inside the system. We can see a lot of stuff that's going on. So we do take your thoughts and feedback into consideration. We do. We write it all out. We map it out. We discuss it. Like, hey, this person said this. What do you think about that? And we'll go and we'll discuss it, and we'll test something, and we'll see if it's worth putting in there, or if it's something that maybe you don't quite understand why we're doing it, and so you might be a little worried, and that's okay. But, you know, just keep in mind, we got your back. And for those who have been around a while, you guys know, like, yeah, we're gonna try something, and it might not work, and then we go, okay, it didn't work. Let's just try something new, and then we keep moving in a direction. And we want to be the example for you guys to go out there and really understand that this is what it takes in order to build an online business. It's not about clicking the button and making a ton of money. Once you understand it, and once you've got a system set up, and once you've got your advertisement set up, once you've got something that's working, then yeah, all you have to do is log in when you wake up, open your computer, answer a couple emails, hit a button for more traffic, and it's just running. However, that's not the case when you're starting out. When you're starting out, you have to let your knowledge and patience mature. The patience is the biggest one, because when you have the patience to go out there and try stuff, and when it doesn't work, you're able to sit back and go, okay, that didn't work, and you don't freak out right away. You know what I mean? I used to do this. Michael used to do this. Go out there and spend money on ads and freak out that we weren't getting conversions right away, not thinking about the back end and the follow-up, right? And then we would send traffic to landing pages where it didn't have the button right away. And we thought, like, man, I'm just going to send it to my own sales page because I want that button right away, because I want that sale. Like, I want the sale right away. Not understanding that there's certain steps in the human mind, in your prospect's mind, that have to be hit. There's certain triggers that have to be hit in order for them to make the decision to buy. Okay. So when they're going through the sales funnel and they're deciding to buy, especially when they decide to buy the upsells because they want more content, they want more value, they want to blow up, there's certain triggers in place that we've specifically put into the system to make sure, like, one, they're making the decision to buy the product, not because we want to make more money. I mean, we do, but more importantly, to make sure that they overcome the objections to get that knowledge in their head, because it's a commitment to them to make that decision to buy, okay? To want to get that information, we got to educate them on the process of, hey, you need this, okay? We're basically showing them that where they itch and saying, hey, here's a little scratch, okay? Do you want the itch to go away? Well, yeah. And you got to educate them on it. It's not that's just going to click and money's going to be pouring in your account. That shit doesn't happen. You got to hit the triggers, and that's what we're doing here. So hopefully that kind of clarifies some of the misconception about the buttons and pop-ups and all this shenanigans and emails going out without any links in it, right? That's on purpose as well. Yeah, hopefully that, let me know if this is kind of helping you guys kind of understand and see the big picture. We're not here to give you some push button solution. We're here to give you a system that works on autopilot. When you understand it and you're sending solid traffic to it, you'll start seeing it, right? Because people are already getting results, and the people that get results know, okay, I send quality traffic to a system that converts on autopilot, but I got to learn how to get that traffic and how to talk to them and everything like that. That's where the real kind of art of this whole thing comes in, because it really comes down to it's an art, guys. You got to give it yourself time to learn how to make things happen. And really, when you feel frustrated and when you feel discouraged and you feel like I'm so overwhelmed with information, that is actually where you want to be, because that's growing your mind. Growing when you go to the gym and you go to work out, you want to get big muscles or whatever for the guys, maybe the women, right? But when you're out there, when you're trying to lose weight, when you're trying to build muscle, when you're trying to do that, and you're at the gym, it's painful, dude. Like it hurts. And the next day you're like, oh God, and you can't even move, right? Same thing's going on in your head. It's growing, right? You're growing. And so I just want to, I know what it's like to be so overwhelmed and frustrated that I just want to give up. There's been 3 times in the last almost 4 years that I literally almost threw in the towel, right? Almost. I was so close to throwing in the towel and just saying, F it, right? But when it comes down to it, guys, it's all about growth, and it's all about having the knowledge and having the patience to allow your skills to mature so that you can go out there and apply yourself to go out there and make big results and build a big business and help other people build a business as well. That's all I want to say about that, really. Does that help anybody? Let me know if this is helping anybody.
It's good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other thing, one more thing with, in this industry in marketing, not just internet marketing in general, it's constantly evolving and changing. And I think that's one of the things that, like you said, Tim, people need to have patience, and they need to write it out to give themselves enough time to understand these things and like grow and, actually let their what's the word I'm looking for? Their skill set, let it mature, right? and get better at the things they're doing, like understanding, get better at it. And I think since marketing is such a, constantly evolving thing, obviously there are some principles in place that really don't change much, but the way you do those things change, and people get frustrated because of this reason. It's hard to kind of get that momentum and get going. A lot of the times people don't have the patience for that, and that's like their kryptonite. That's where they end up, throwing in the towel. So that's kind of why marketing is kind of really a difficult thing to get into. But at the same time, for the ones that have the patience and get through and, they take off, the rewards are exponential. I mean, there's nothing out there where you can make as much money as having your own products or being an affiliate marketer, because like you have the luxury of being able to work from anywhere in the world and make as much money as you want. I mean, there's nothing else out there that could accomplish this. So it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, dude. Like, I mean, I need to read that freaking book, dude. The 4-Hour Workweek, Tim Ferriss.
This one right here?
That one right there. I need to read that book. I still haven't gotten around to it. I need to. You gotta give me the Cliff Notes version. The like one paragraph Cliff Notes version. But he talks about the new wealth, right? The new wealth.
The new rich.
The new rich. He talks about the new rich and how it's more of a what's happening.
More books, Tim. More books.
Oh, I got the ultimate sales letter. You bastard. I'm gonna get that book. What was I saying? See what you did? I lost it.
Sorry. Oh, the new rich.
The new rich, right? The new rich. Talk about the new rich and how, it's more, there's something happening where people are starting to kind of call bullshit on the whole, go to school, go to college,
the traditional
route that used to work back in the, 21st century, right? Or the 20th century, right? People are starting to realize that they're starting to call bullshit on that, and for a really good reason. Because did you know that actually student debt is now higher than credit card debt and auto loans and home mortgages and all that debt? Did you know that?
I did.
Yeah, student debt is actually the highest percentage of debt in the U.S. right now, which is really sad, and it's kind of embarrassing because. You go to college, you spend 50, 60 grand to go to a really good 4-year college, you get your degree, and then you come out and you
get your degree in liberal arts, and now what?
Yeah,
sorry, I just had to throw that.
You got to fight, dude. Like, you got to fight, and you got to compete with people. And a lot of these employers are asking for all this experience, but you're fresh out of college. What experience do you have? Zero experience. All you have is a piece of paper that said you went to college for 4 years and you took XYZ classes, right? And I'm not saying that knowledge is bad. Knowledge is powerful, right? Knowledge is powerful. However, when it comes down to experience and making money and actually doing something in this world, you need to make money. You need money, right? So the book, the reason why I want to read it is, it talks about the lifestyle, right? Having a business that also allows you to have a lifestyle, and which means you can spend time doing what you want with who you want whenever you want, right? And what internet marketing allows you to do is just that, right? Setting up systems, having systems in place to run a business without having to. It's not about anymore. It's not about how hard you work. It's about how much you could. It's about your thinking. Like, how smart can you get with creating a system that just runs for you, and or using systems that just run for you. That's what it is. That's what it's about. Because back in the day, Mike, like 2 years ago, you and I were starting to crush it online, right? We were starting to ramp up using other systems because we had set up a traffic system, and it wasn't this push button buy traffic. And we set up, you were using YouTube. I was using a lot of PPC and paid traffic, solo ads. I was using a lot of paid stuff, right? I was spending roughly around $100 a day on paid stuff. And we were starting to ramp up because I would log in, I would make a new campaign, spend about a couple hours on it. I was also doing some blogging. I was blogging for about an hour. So about 3 hours a day, and I was starting to make $1,000 a day. Boom, boom, boom. And then those systems, all of a sudden, the traffic sources just kind of took a dump. And then I got frustrated and I gave up on that. And then I started at rock bottom again. But I had that knowledge, right? I had the knowledge to go out there and build something else. So that's what it comes down to, you guys. You guys really got to understand. You got to with the angle of attack blueprint, right? A lot of you guys have gone through the angle of attack blueprint. My whole goal with that was to map out the entire thing for you and just show you like, hey, this is what it's all about. This is what you're about to get into. And here's the blueprint. Go build that thing, right? Go build it. And you might not know how to build the autoresponder campaign. You might not know how to build the YouTube channel or the social media platforms plugging into each other. You might not know how to do every single one of those things, but learn one thing at a time and master that. And then master that and then learn how to marry the two together. Okay, that's what it comes down to, guys. So don't get frustrated if you're not understanding something or you feel overwhelmed. Just go out there and try something. Go try it, right? You ain't gonna die, right? You're not gonna die. So if you're still alive, you're watching this hangout, and you're sitting somewhere where you're comfortable. What do you have to lose? Honestly, money. It's paper. It's an idea. Money's an idea, right? It's just a tool that you can use to go do what you want, right? And in the beginning, you might have to sacrifice some of that money to go build the thing that you want to do. Make sense? So I want you guys, I'm trying to just shake you for some of you that get it, you guys just get it and you're already running and you're off to the races. But for some of you, you're stuck in your own mental fog. And I know this because I've been there. Like I say that all the time, I've been there. And that's how I've been able to create training videos. I've been able to create sales videos that convert because I can speak your language. I've been there, guys. I know how to talk to you. I know what you're going through. I know the struggles. I know the sacrifices you have to make. And it hits really close to home when I see people out there struggling because I know what it's like. It fucking sucks. But it's okay because you're not alone. And that's why we have the community. And you have other leaders inside of AWN. And what we have for you all the way through to Academy is literally taking you up the value ladder to where you can just it's like the little birdie leaving the nest. You know what I mean? You're like, peace out, I'm out of here. I'm going to go do my own thing. And that's what we want. We want you guys to kind of graduate. That's why the last part of AWN is Academy, because once you go through that and then you get it and you're building your own thing, you've graduated. You're out of here. And you're going to be off building your own 6- and 7-figure businesses. So anything to add to that?
Man, I don't want to add because I might take away,
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah. So hopefully this is helping and speaking to some of you guys because I really just want to help you as much as I can and help you realize Automated Wealth Network, when we first launched the original system, it worked pretty well. It got a lot of people to see what Michael and I knew. It kind of got Michael and I out there and exposed. But we decided to go serious and be like, look, this is what it really takes. You can use a free system to make some money, but it's not going to generate real wealth. So we wanted to put something together that would really create something big for you guys and just go create your own affiliate system, go create your own consulting businesses, because you have a lot of knowledge, guys. The information inside the core product alone, if you guys just go through the 7-step action map, even if you don't get it right away, just take a break from your computer for a second, go for a 30-minute walk and just let it sink in. What does that mean? Be a scientist. Back when I used to start marketing and I would learn something, go apply it, and it didn't work right away because I didn't do something right, I would get so rated and this fear would come up inside. It was just fear. And that would hold me back. But now it's so funny because when something goes wrong with AWN, Michael and I, it's hilarious to see the transformation that's happened from the first system to this system. This system's a lot bigger, a lot more advanced, and a lot more moving parts. The first system, like when we first opened the doors, like shit hit the fan, and I was scared to death. Like I was terrified because I didn't know if I was capable of handling. You know, look, we got hundreds of people at this moment, like relying on us. And that was a lot of pressure for me. And I was freaking out. But then, you know, I put in some audios and I meditated a little bit and kind of got through that. But now it's like something breaks. We just kind of sit there and go, okay. Like, and Mike will tell you, like, this is 100% true. Me, Mike, and Brandon will sit there and we'll go, interesting. Like, yeah. It's like we're scientists, like mad scientists in a lab, and we tried an experiment and it like blew up. And we're like, why did that blow up? And then we'll go back to the drawing board and try it again. Like it's that calming, it's that patience that we've allowed ourselves to just let it steep. You know what I mean? Michael used that word the other day. I love it. Just let your patience steep enough to where when something doesn't work, you can step back for a second, look at it. Angle of attack blueprint gives you that 30,000 foot view, so you can step back and look at it and say, where is this breaking? Where is it not? And then you can go back and fix it. And, you know, basically with marketing, guys, just you're taking the door-to-door salesman strategy, the one-on-one selling, and you're replicating that across the board. Okay. That's basically what you're doing. You're trying to sell a product to an individual, but you're doing it to 100,000 individuals at once with your marketing campaigns.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good way to put it, man. That's good. Yeah. You're selling directly to, that's why we call it direct response. We focus on direct response because that's what brings you in a high ROI. You know, we're not talking branding here, what big corporations are doing that, you know, have multi-million-dollar budgets to get their brand in front of you just so they can have brand awareness. So you know that they're there. Like Coca-Cola is like the biggest brand in the world, right? Everybody knows Coca-Cola. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about direct response. So like Tim said, you're selling, it's like you're selling directly to one person and you want to tweak your message to that specific person to draw out action and get them to buy. And that's what we're doing here. And we're doing it online, which, you know, the internet allows you to leverage your time. You don't have to be there. You can have your systems in place, running 24/7, doing the selling for you. That's what you have here with Automated Wealth Network, and that's what we're trying to teach you guys. So super powerful.
Exactly. Hold on one second.
Yeah, there's a lot of comments. So
yeah, I'm replying back to Randy. He's asking me. Confirm.
He did something?
Yeah, hold on. Interesting.
Yeah, another thing we noticed, guys, like there's like people in there that are like completely new that are green as green can be when it comes to marketing. And we noticed some of the comments and stuff like that. And, you know, what Tim said here, hopefully those of you that, if that's you, if you're watching this, you know, really think about what Tim said, and hopefully you have the tenacity to stick it out and then just keep going. Because this is not a get rich quick, this is a get rich slow type of thing. So anybody can do it. I mean, Tim and I are not anybody special. You know, I only have a 2-year degree. I wasted my time on, well, I didn't really waste my time on it, but I'm not using it now. You know, I worked in healthcare for 8 years, and it sucked. Tim's a pilot, so you know.
Yeah, we're not the smartest bunch either. Pilots, a lot of people look at pilots as prestigious and smart guys. I mean, look at me, honestly, really. But yeah, that's kind of marketing to me for the last 3 years has kind of been similar to my journey in aviation. When I started flying, when I started going to flight school, I was 18 years old. I was right out of high school, and it wasn't something that I had always wanted to do. It was just something that kind of fell on me. I was working at my dad's machine shop. Right out of high school, he said, "No break for you. You're going straight to full-time work." And I said, "Okay." Right. And I was in there bounced around from different trade schools that I was thinking about going, like ITT Tech. Thank God I didn't go there. UTI, like all these different, like Westwood College. I took all their tests and all the crap that they have you do. And nothing really interested me. So I was working in the machine shop, just turned 18. And my dad's friend comes in, walking in, he had a flight suit on. And he asked me like, hey man, what are you doing for school? I said nothing. He asked me like, hey, you want to learn how to fly a helicopter? And I'm all, I don't want to have to join the military and get shot at. You know, I'm not, call me a wuss or whatever. I just don't want to get shot at. I want to have a long life. And he's like, no, we got a flight school 20 minutes from here. I said, shit, why not? So he gave me his phone number and called him up. He gave me a tour of the flight school. I saw a helicopter for the first time in real life, like up close. And I was sold. Dude, 18-year-old dude, like, yeah, let's do it. So I get in there. I enroll in this class of 60 other people, right? And about 95% of these people had experience in aviation. They were either airplane pilots already, they were past military, or someone in their family had an aircraft and they worked in aviation somehow, right? But I was this 18-year-old punk kid who just wanted to fly a helicopter because I thought it was cool. Every single week, I had to go to a ground school 3 times a week from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. at night after I'd already worked 12-hour day in the machine shop and going to the gym because I had to lose 50 pounds, right? So I'm in the back. I would sit in the back corner by myself. One, because I wouldn't want to get caught falling asleep. And 2, because I didn't feel like I had the knowledge to really compete with these guys. I was really insecure about it. And like really insecure. I thought, holy shit, these guys are on a whole nother level. They're answering every single question. I can't, every time I would think I was smart and I'd raise my hand if I thought I knew the answer, it'd be completely wrong. And everyone would just look at me like, what the hell are you thinking? Like, no, it's wrong. And they'd give me that weird look, like you're an idiot, you know? And I was. And when it came test time every single week, they'd pass out these tests, and you were supposed to take it in pen, right? I would do it in pencil, right? And because I would actually take the test, but I would take it in pencil because I knew I was going to be wrong, and I knew I was just going to totally F this thing and like literally get an F. And so I did it in pencil by myself, and then at the end of the test, we would have to pass it to our neighbor, but I wasn't sitting next to anybody, so I would make it look like I passed it to somebody, right? I would do this thing. And we'd be grading it, and I would go back, erase the answers, and then fill it in with pen and make it look like I was really smart, right? And then I'd pass it in and I would ace. But when I would grade it with my real answers, what I thought the answer was, I literally failed like 90% of these things. And the ones that I didn't fail, I barely passed, right? I wasn't that smart. All these other guys, they're like just knowledge. But when it came down to it, that school had an 85% dropout rate. 85. Because when it came time to actually do the night flights, when it came time to actually putting in the work and having to reschedule flights because the weather was crap and they couldn't go, so now they got to take time off work and all this stuff, they couldn't handle it. They just couldn't handle it. It was too much stress on them. But I just said, hey, screw it, you know, more flight time for me. So when these guys started dropping out, I started picking up more flights. I started spending more time with flight instructors. I started like doing more simulator time and really just like immersing myself in this because I wanted to learn it. And I barely graduated. Well, I didn't really barely graduate high school. I just never did homework in high school. I thought homework was bogus.
You too? That was me.
Yeah, I just never did homework. So, but this was the one thing that I really wanted to do. I really wanted to become a pilot at this point. And so I was spending time studying. I was going to the gym. I was running. I was doing whatever I could to make sure I was in that aircraft. And so there was even a time where my dad had laid me off because his business was doing really bad. And so he had to lay me off. So I was collecting $180 a month of unemployment, $180 a month, right? I was 19. What 19-year-old can live off $180 a month? Like, no, right? So There was even times where, you know, people were dropping out. I was picking up more flights. I had a night flight, and then after the night flight, it was about 10 o'clock at night, got in my truck, turned it on, realized I didn't have enough gas to get home, and I didn't have enough money to get gas to go home, right? And I didn't get paid until the next day. I had a flight that following morning. I slept in my truck, got up, did my flight. The money was now in my account, and then I was able to go to the gas station and then go home, right? Those were the sacrifices I made, and then I just stuck to it. Right, the month before I was supposed to graduate that flight school, they closed their doors, went bankrupt, right? I'm out of a job, I'm out of school, I don't have any money, and I need another 20 grand to finish up flight training. Fuck, right? What am I supposed to do? So I said, screw this, I'm going. I'm gonna figure this thing out. I went to like 5 different credit unions. I had no credit, no job. They all laughed at me asking for this big, huge loan. I had nothing for collateral, right? And then finally, my dad saw how much I was working for 6 months straight. I was trying this. But I kept studying. I kept running to keep the weight off. I kept studying to keep my mind sharp with it, because I knew one day I'm going to find a flight school. I'm going to find the money, and I'm going to be able to finish it up, right? Long story short, I'm able to come up with the money. I go to a flight school that's closer to me, and then finish up my flight training there, become a flight instructor. I get hired there. I work my ass off for about a year and a half, get enough hours to go move to Las Vegas to fly in the Grand Canyon, do the Grand Canyon tours out of Las Vegas. And then, you know, about 5 years later, I'm working at, you know, Children's Hospital, flying for Children's Hospital in Central California. And all my friends that quit when the flight school closed, they all tell me nowadays that they go, dude, you're so lucky. You're so lucky you get to fly that giant ass $8 million helicopter. And I'm like, I want to punch him. I'm like, dude, you have no idea what I went through. And so marketing, when I came across marketing, I realized, like, hey, anything can be learned and anything can be accomplished. You just got to give yourself time to let it happen the way it's supposed to happen. And so after every failure, after every time I spent money and then I didn't have food for a couple of days because I didn't have money to eat, I went back to that, and I remembered, like, it's going to happen. Like, it's going to, I just got to keep going. No matter how painful it gets, just keep going. And now here we are, AWN, right? What the hell? So I'm not here to give you guys a rah-rah speech or motivation. I just want to let you guys know, like, look, I've been through the mud and the muck, not just in marketing, but in other areas of my life. I've gone through a lot. Michael's been through a lot. He's had a lot of scary situations as well. He'll probably tell that story maybe on this hangout, maybe another one. But just understand, guys, it takes patience and it takes time for your skill to really sink in, for you to really, I see a lot of comments in my video that says, I want to make $5,000 a month, $5,000 a month, $5,000 a month, $5,000 a month. Understand that making $5,000 a month is probably the easiest thing to do once you understand it. You can have this number, this big goal in your head of, I want to make 10 grand a month, 20, 30, 40, 50, 100, right? Possible, way possible, especially with the internet. However, if you don't understand how you're going to do it or how you're going to get there, it's never going to happen, okay? Being patient, like I was just kind of preaching about, being patient, it doesn't take just patience. It takes the skill. It takes the knowledge to go out there and actually know and understand how it's going to happen. Because wanting to have that goal and having a plan, they go hand in hand. You can have the goal, but if you have no plan to execute on that goal, you're never going to get there, right? If you want to if you want to get to a location 200 miles away, but you don't have a vehicle to get there or a roadmap or any direction, how the hell do you expect to get there? Luck, right? Guessing? The law of attraction, right? This shit ain't gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen. You gotta have a plan and execute that plan. And that's what we're providing here, is the step-by-step, do this, do this, do this, do this. Okay, you failed, we'll pick you back up, try it again, try it again, try it again. And I shit you not, one day you're gonna realize that it's gonna take maybe a year for some of you, maybe a week, maybe a month, maybe 5 years for you to become an overnight success. right? So just don't get in your own head, get out of your own head of thinking that, well, I have this goal, so I'm going to hit it. And that's good. That's good. Have the belief, I'm going to hit this goal. I'm going to hit it. Because what that's going to do is that's going to allow you the confidence, or the courage, really. It's courage first, then it turns into confidence, because courage hurts. It sucks. And confidence feels good, right? When you're confident with something, it feels good. When you have courage, it's like you're like fighting through it, you know? But it'll give you the courage to go out there and actually apply what you need to in order to hit that goal. And then once you hit that goal, confidence that, hey, shit, I made $5,000. Well, I can hit 10. And then you go through the courage of going to 10. Then you hit 10. Then you have the confidence in knowing, like, shit, I can scale this thing to the moon. So, you know, I just really want to help somebody today. Like, I just want to like shake you up and be like, wake up. You know, it's not magic. It's not luck. It's a little bit of luck sometimes, but it really comes down to like just get shit done. You know what I mean? Get shit done. Stop pissing and moaning about going and I tried this, it didn't work. I tried this, well, try something else, shit, or tweak it a little bit. You know, just go do it. You know, then let us know. Did it work? No, it didn't work, man. What do I do? Okay, we'll tweak this, tweak that. Okay, try it again. You know, here you go. It's like a little kid on their bike trying to ride with the training wheels. They're doing this, even though they have training wheels. And then, you know, take off the training wheels. The bike didn't change. The kid didn't change. The conditions didn't change. You just understand, like, oh, I just keep pedaling and I'm gonna not fall, right? If you stop pedaling on a bike and you're not going like downhill or you're not coasting, you're just gonna fall over, right? You're just gonna, right? But just keep going, guys. Don't stop. You'll get frustrated. You will. You'll get frustrated. You'll get pissed off. You'll lose some money. You'll lose some sleep along the way. I'm just being real. Some of you might go crazy with becoming an entrepreneur and you might invest a ton of money and lose it all. Who knows, right? Who knows? 98% of the time it ain't going to work. But that 2%, those 2 times that it hits, they're like massive oil wells, guys. Massive. And they'll feed you for the rest of your life. So just know for most of you, it's coming. Okay. Just let it happen.
Really interesting. Even now, Tim and I like are constantly learning new things and being exposed to new people and seeing what other people are doing. It's amazing what you can do online. I mean, just recently we were like looking at you know, there's so many people that are just quiet making millions of dollars online that you would never think of. Like they don't share their stuff publicly. These are the types of people you meet like in closed masterminds, like making, you know, $1 million a month as an affiliate. Those people exist. It's crazy. And you know, once you understand and you actually believe that the opportunity is there, then because that's kind of like half the battle. A lot of the people, they just don't believe it. They don't have that belief like they could actually do that. And that kills everything right there.
Yep. I got some good news from Randy, dude.
What do you say?
All right, guys. So for those of you,
did he fix it?
No, it was already fixed. It was
it's fixed.
I think what AWeber's doing, for those of you using AWeber and trying to integrate and it's not working, we did the same thing this morning and we're like, why isn't it working?
Well, yeah, here as an example, guys, I still screw shit up all the time. Like Tim and I were trying to integrate. We were trying to integrate AWeber to see what the heck's going on with it. And Tim and I are both doing it. You know, he logged into AWeber. I'm over there changing, you know, authenticating the AWeber account and then putting in the list name. And now we're going in there and I'm like testing it out on our page. And then I realize I'm testing it out on the homepage, not my actual affiliate link that we needed to test through. And I'm like, shit. So even now I still make stupid mistakes like that. So
yeah. So I guess what's happening is with AWeber, even though you set your settings to confirmed opt-in, no confirmed opt-in, no double opt-in, it's still sending a confirmation email. So until you click that link in the confirmation email, it won't show you a lead until they actually click that confirmation.
Is that it's a double opt-in because it's a double opt-in because they're using the API.
Yeah.
You can't change it.
Hold on one second. All right, I'm going to see if you can do something real quick, and then I'm going to see if that actually works. And if that works, then for all of those of you who are using Aweber, I'll put together a video explaining what's going on and show you that it is working, but you might have to change some stuff inside of your Aweber account. Okay, cool. Hold on. Give me 1 second, guys. Michael, take it away while I do this real quick.
All right. So some of the other things we want to talk. Actually, you know what? Let me check the comments because we haven't checked them. There might be a ton of comments here. Some of the other things we want to go through and explain is your affiliate links and how all that works, because I know there's some confusion there. Oh, there's not too many left here. Let's see, get response allows you to remove that option. Yep, get response allows you to remove the double opt-in. Yep, that's true. That's why I like get response. They're not as picky. Yeah, so I guess I'll just explain some of the affiliate link stuff while Tim's doing that. So some of you guys are used to having affiliate links. Like I understand majority of you that came into Automated Wealth Network came from some sort of business opportunity, and you're used to seeing things a certain way. And since you guys are used to seeing your affiliate ID on the end of the URL throughout this throughout the process, like if there's a sales funnel, you see your ID up there. And since we don't have that, it might make a lot of you really hesitant to go out there and promote because you don't want to lose sales, right? And I completely understand that. And our system, since we built it from the ground up, we've built our affiliate program a certain way. So it's coded a certain way. And we kind of built this whole thing around the fact that we are going to be, when somebody buys the very first product, they're going to be assigned to that affiliate for life. So everything they do from that point on in the website, you're going to get credit. Now, before they sign up as a paid customer, so like before they buy the $7 thing, they're going to be hard cookied. So the cookie is going to last for 30 days. So depending on what page you send them to, you can send them to your sales page, you can send them to the home page, you can send them to the FAQ page. It doesn't matter. As long as you send them to the website with your affiliate ID on the end of that link, you are going to, the browser is going to save you as the affiliate. So even if another affiliate sends them back to the website from somewhere else, if you were the first affiliate, you will get credit for it. It won't pass over until 30 days. So that cookie is good for 30 days, okay? So that's why the minute you land on the site and you go to another page, even though your affiliate ID is not there, it's still tracking you and you'll still get credit for it, okay? But the minute they buy and they actually have an account on the site, the minute they buy the Angle of Attack Blueprint, if that's all they buy, that means that person is coded to you for life. They're always going to be there. So it doesn't matter how they buy and when they buy, if they buy, you're going to get credit for it, okay? As well as, the toolbox, and if you're an affiliate for the things in the toolbox and all that stuff. So it's really simple. And then the other thing I wanted to touch on is the way we're going to be following up and marketing for you guys on your behalf. Since this is pretty much, we made it as hands-off as possible. All you have to do is just send leads or send traffic, because we're going to be following up through email with our email marketing. So we're going to be marketing to the leads. We're going to be marketing the minute they buy the first product. And as they progress into the sales funnel, like whatever they buy, so like if they bought the Angle of Attack Blueprint, they didn't buy Core, they're going to be on the Blueprint email campaign. They're going to be getting sold on Core. Then they get into Core, they're going to be getting sold. They're going to be on that list. Then they're going to be getting sold underground, right? So if they buy underground, now they're taking off the Core list and they're put on the underground list. Now in the underground list, they're going to get follow-up emails promoting Academy. And then if they buy Academy, they'll be added to the Academy list. Okay. So then those are the two final destinations. They'll be on the underground list and then Academy list. And then some people might not get underground and Academy. They just stay on Core. That's fine. So we have the email campaigns set up, so they're going to be being marketed to throughout the whole process. So yeah, hopefully that makes sense. So that's why it doesn't matter the minute they get in. It doesn't matter. You don't have to. What's it called? If you don't see your URL on there, don't freak out. It doesn't mean that you're not going to be getting credit for it. Let me know if that makes sense, guys. Pull up the page here. And another thing I wanted to say is when somebody opts into your page, if you're sending them to our capture pages and you have it all set up, right, and you send them to your affiliate link, it's not going to show leads in the back office. We're not keeping track of leads. Leads are kept track of in your autoresponder. The only thing your back office is going to show you as of now are your buyers. So that's going to be underneath the referrals tab. It's going to show you what they purchased and the amount. Okay. However, we are going to be adding that. We're going to be adding another section in there where it's going to actually show you their information, and maybe name and email, and then what they purchased. But that's about it. We're not going to be showing leads. So leads are not going to be shown back there. This is. Let me see. Let me refresh this. Even if we don't use AWN capture pages. Pete, if you're referring to, even if we don't use AWN capture page, if you're referring to if they're going to be marketed to through email from us, no. If you're the only way you're going to get email campaigns from us selling them on all the products is. Actually, no, I take that back. Scratch that completely. Yes, even if you don't use our capture page, they're just going to start the sequence at wherever they buy. So if they buy the first product, then they're going to be marketed to for the rest. Sorry, I was kind of almost gave you the wrong answer there. Okay, so 30-day cookie, but how does that affect the lifetime link to the affiliate? Okay, so the 30-day cookie is good for, that is before they buy, so before they're a customer. So let's say they're not a customer yet, they didn't buy anything yet. If you sent that person to your page, they're cookied for 30 days. So whenever they decide to come back and they buy, you're going to get credit for it. And then once they buy, then they're hard coded to live to you. Do we have to input our PayPal information into the affiliate to get paid? Yes, you have to input your PayPal email, so you get paid because we're going to be paying out through PayPal. Do you guys have any more questions regarding the affiliate stuff and how all that works? We're going to be adding the sales page links in the affiliate area, so you guys could just copy and paste your sales page with your affiliate ID on the end of it if you want to bypass our capture page and make your own. And if you want to send them straight to the sales page, you can do that. Well, we're going to add those links in there. So the affiliate link is basically AFF / your username. So some of you guys were going through your funnel, so you've seen some of the sales pages. So all you do is add At the end of it, it ends in a slash, then add AFF / your username. That will be your affiliate link. That works for any page. Any other stuff, guys, for affiliate stuff? And this is awesome because you don't have to worry about like we wanted to focus on the affiliates and reward the affiliates for taking action. So we didn't want you guys to go out there and take action and work your butt off to drive traffic to your site for somebody else to go out there and snag people from you. Because one of the things that people like doing, people that do they try to help people one by one and network and sell, bring them in and sell them something. So let's say if somebody's looking for information on Automated Wealth Network, and they landed, you're the one that's driving the traffic and you send them to your page, right? And they didn't buy yet and they're looking for information, and then they find somebody's review site or somebody hits them up on Facebook and they go, hey, whatever. They try to help them and they help them. They go, oh, cool. So sign up through me because I helped you, right? But it's not going to work. They're going to get the person that first sent them to the site is going to get credit for it. Okay. And that's kind of like what we wanted to reward that because, I think it's fair for people that are doing what we teach and they're driving traffic, and because now, don't get me wrong. I mean, people do review sites and they do things like that, and they offer bonuses and stuff like that to attract people to them, which is cool. But that's hard to scale. Tim and I like focusing on scalable campaigns, so that's why we do things the way we do them. But it's not to say that that's you can't do that. If for some reason the only way you will not get credit for a sale if you send somebody to your site and they're cookied, right? Let's say if somebody goes back, the only way you will not get credit for the sale is if they go use a different browser that they weren't cookied on, or if they completely delete all their cookies and refresh their cache and all that stuff. That's the only way. That's the only way you won't get credit. And I don't remember the stat off the top of my head, but there's this study. I think it was on TechCruncher. I forget what site, but anyways, they're talking about how people don't know how to delete their cookies and cache. They just have no clue. And then they always use the same browser. So it's like, if you get somebody to that page and they do decide to buy later down the road, if it's within that 30 days, 90% of the people will end up coming to you, probably higher than that, 95 to 99%, because people just don't do it unless an affiliate tells them to do it. Hey, clear your cookies. This is how you do it. And even then people don't want to do it. So it's pretty safe.
Hey man, I'm back, by the way. I sicked Randy, or sorry, I sicked Brandon on it too. It's showing up in the.
What?
I wanted to add to what you were saying because I'm my mind is doing listening to what you're saying.
Oh, you're listening?
Figure out that Aweber thing, yeah. Yeah. So with the cookies, I don't know. Did you touch on let's say someone comes to Johnny Apple's site and then opts in, and then he goes, yeah, right, doesn't buy, and then someone else pitches them AWN over here 10 days later. Let's say Johnny Banana, right? I know these people, and they pitch them AWN, and then that person decides to buy from Johnny Banana, right, through his link.
Yeah. Yeah, we talked about that.
Okay.
Yeah, Johnny Apple will get credit.
Yeah.
So here's some more things. Karin said, why is it we don't have the ability to see our leads in the back office? Because your leads aren't processed through. Yeah, I guess this is just people being confused of how autoresponders work. We don't have an internal autoresponder. When the leads go, as far as leads go, they're being processed through a third-party autoresponder. It's your autoresponder if you want to hook it up, or ours that's hooked up. As far as your back office, we don't collect any lead information. The only information, the database is built on customers. So that's it. So you will be able to see your customers, which is more valuable than just your leads. Okay, Matt Hester said, Mike, I've changed my forwarding and masking GoDaddy, but I'm getting 0 traffic and leads. Not sure what I'm doing wrong. Are you marketing? I know that sounds like a smart ass answer, but what are you doing? Are you marketing that link? Make sure you, Matt, make sure you redirect it to your actual, affiliate URL. And make sure you test it. Make sure your autoresponder is hooked up correctly. Your leads are for your leads. You need to check your autoresponder, not in the back office, because your back office is not going to show you leads. What is the problem with the other internet marketing programs out there? Oh, I completely read that wrong. I'm dyslexic. That is the problem with the other internet marketing programs out there. That was Nathan Kim. Not sure what you're referring to. I guess it was something we were talking about before. Oh, okay, yeah, you're probably talking about like how people are stealing people's traffic, I guess, doing like launch jacking stuff. Have you any good links on how to do affiliates, please? Videos on YouTube. Any good links on how to do affiliate marketing? I think. I'm not quite sure what they're asking there. Kaz. Any good links on affiliate marketing training? I think the best thing to do is start off with the angle of attack blueprint, understanding, the big picture of things, then going through the 7-step core action map. But you get, for the most part, guys, like the fundamentals that Tim goes over, you pretty much get what internet marketing, what affiliate marketing is, just promoting somebody else's product. So just like if you're promoting AWN, we have affiliates. If you promote our stuff, we pay you 50% commissions for what you sell. And the nice thing about us is actually we give you our marketing funnel. And typically with like just straight up affiliate offers, you typically don't get a marketing funnel to promote. You just get the offer. You typically just send them to a sales page.
Yeah, and you gotta manufacture your own funnel around it.
Yeah, you want to. Yeah, that's what.
That's why most people fail at affiliate marketing, because they.
So are you guys saying Aweber is working now? So is Aweber?
No, what we found is Aweber. If you go into for those of you who have been testing Aweber, what you need to do is go into your Aweber back office, and then at the top where it says subscribers, click on manage subscribers, and then you're going to see back there that there's a bunch of subscribers with confirmation pending. Now, if you've had the settings set to that list to skip over the double opt-in like what I did when we were testing this, it's still sending a confirmed opt-in. That might have to do something with, I believe, Aweber's conditions with using API opt-ins. So we might have to kind of work around that. However, I did get Randy to click on the confirmation. It's saying right here, subscribed. And it has all of these confirmation pending because we've been testing like crazy. So AWN's doing what it's supposed to do by sending people to your Aweber account. So they are going in there. But they're saying,
are they all in there, like as they're showing pending?
Yeah.
Son of a gun. Okay.
Yeah, so it's confirmation pending. So
it's a double opt-in, like they can't change it.
And then Randy, with that email that he had, he clicked on the confirm link inside the email that was sent, the confirmation email. Mm-hmm. And then I went to the dashboard and looked at it, and it's just said 1 subscriber.
Oh, so it's working.
It's working.
Yeah, so it's just a double.
It's working, guys.
So I guess if you're using Aweber, by default, it's going to be a double opt-in. So for those of you that don't understand what a double opt-in is, think of it this way: it's an extra layer of an extra filter that people have to go through. So they can't just put in a bogus email just to see what you're offering. So they can't see the sales video until actually it still sends them to the sales video. But they won't receive your emails. They won't be added to your list until they confirm. So the ones that confirm are really high quality leads. And typically your stats for your emails are going to be through the roof. So, yeah.
So, yeah, guys, Aweber is working. There's a delay on the leads that come through that do confirm. It's going to default to confirm, but if you set it to not confirm, what the hell am I talking about? So for those of you who are using Aweber, when you set up your list, make sure that you have it set so that there is no double opt-in, there's no confirmation email set out. Aweber still will send that confirmation email out, but for whatever reason, if they decide to change it, because I think what they're doing also is filtering stuff, but it might just be a forced confirmed opt-in, which is okay because that's actually a much higher quality lead. Set that up, and you will see that when someone does confirm, when they click the confirm, there's about 20-minute lag to see that lead show up in your back office, okay? But if you go in your account, you could actually see them in real time. Under subscribers, just click on manage subscribers, and then you'll see them all listed there, the ones that are confirmed pending confirmation, and then ones that are actually subscribed. Okay, so Aweber is working, guys.
So Tim, so just to get this straight, even if you change your settings on that list for it not to require a double opt-in, it will still be a double opt-in.
That's what's happening to us because I set it to not be a double opt-in.
Yeah, so I guess I've noticed this as well. I guess it has to do, GetResponse doesn't do this. They do it by default, but you can still change, like toggle it to off. But since it's an API, it's connecting through the database, through the API, they are requiring it to be a double opt-in. So it's just for them, they don't want to deal with spam. So that makes sense. Okay.
And it gives you a lot cleaner list and a more responsive list as well. So keep that in mind. You might be running traffic. You might not see a whole lot of leads in your back office, but you'll see a bunch of confirmation pending. That's okay. The ones that have actually confirmed the opt-in, those people went back to their email to click to say, yes, I do want to hear from you. And then boom, when you email that list, the ones that have actually subscribed and said, yes, I want it twice, those people are going to be way more responsive to when you send out links to Hangouts, when you send out offers, when you send out links to your site or your videos that you created. You're going to get a way higher open rate, a way higher click-through rate, and those are people that are actually more engaged and more likely to buy from you. So I know people that have built multiple six-figure businesses specifically off double opt-ins. They're much higher quality, so it's actually working out.
Yeah, I had a case study.
But if you want,
doing for double opt-in, Tim, we were running a case study for them with the double opt-in, campaign.
See what happens, Mike? God damn. Interrupt me, y'all.
I'm just kidding. Pick up the phone. What? No, I sent an email out to one of our mini lists that we're doing. I sent one email out, and it hasn't been 24 hours, and they got a 12.61 open rate and a 3.78 click-through rate. And that was a double opt. And that was just one email. It wasn't like. So they're a lot more responsive.
Yeah. So yeah, for those of you, Aweber, Karin, you said we need to leave double opt-in on for it. No, you could turn it off. You could leave it on, turn it off. It ain't gonna matter. They're gonna have to double opt-in no matter what with Aweber. With GetResponse,
so I guess the best way to test it with Aweber is, go to a new browser, make sure your cookies and cache is cleared, put in your affiliate link for your capture page, and then opt in with an email that you haven't opted in before, and then go to that email, and then check and make sure you're getting the confirmation email. Then click on that confirmation email and just click the link, and then it'll add you.
Yeah. And then, so if you want to get around the double opt-in, use GetResponse. And for those of you, I saw Anita Speets can't get GetResponse working yet. GetResponse is working flawlessly. You just need to make sure that you plug in your GetResponse API and then you plug in the token, the list token, not the list name, the list token, which you can see when you go under your lists in your GetResponse account, you'll see a thing that says list token, and there's like a 6 or 7 character token.
It's five. It's a 5 character.
Yeah, okay, 5 character token that you just copy and paste, put it in there, boom, it'll be working flawlessly. It's working like a charm. So
there are some other questions down here I wanted to go through. For those of you asking for YouTube training, we have a module in Academy called the YouTube Intensive, and it's 5 hours worth of content, just YouTube SEO and YouTube PPC and strategy and all that good stuff. Somebody else asked if they don't have a lot of money, what type of marketing do I have, or what kind of marketing could I do?
Follow the 7-step action map.
Yeah, for the 7-step action map, if you have, it says here I have $50 at best. So yeah, follow the 7-step action map, and I would start placing little tiny. I would first do the targeted leverage method, like make sure you understand who you're trying to target. Then go on Facebook, and I would set up little tiny ads. Like you can set them for even $2 a day budgets if you can get your clicks really cheap. And if you want to do that, I suggest you do video. So have a video ad running, so where you're paying per view. So I even show you in the angle of attack, in the 7-step action map, I show you an ad where I was paying like 1 to 2 pennies per view, getting my message in front of my prime target. You know, so it's really doable. That's what I would do.
Yeah. Anita says she did that. It didn't work. I don't know. Make sure that you're testing it too. Like you haven't put the double opt-in on, because a lot of people they have the double opt-in on and they don't realize it. You need to go into your settings and get response.
Yeah, get response puts it on by default.
Yeah. Also, you need to make sure that when you are testing it, let's say you did that. When you're testing it, test it on a list that you haven't opted into before. Okay. Because if you're already on the list, you're not going to get a notification that you got a new lead, because you didn't. You just got a lead, you know what I mean? So make sure you're opting in with either a new email that you don't have on any list, or you're opting into a new list to make sure that it's working. And then if it's still not working, it might be something on GetResponse's side. We've been testing this for like the last week since we opened, because everyone had problems with their autoresponders not being able to integrate it, not realizing that we had it about 99% there when we first opened the doors, and then we tweaked it, and it's our developer. We've been trying to test it and break it on our end, and like Michael and I did this morning, realized that it was just something that we didn't look at. And so make sure you guys are testing 100% and making sure you've gone through, like I said before, guys, be a scientist, figure out why it's not working, because you know, if we're trying to answer 100 people with their autoresponder problems, it gets crazy. So Steve just said, guys, I sent a support ticket to AWeber to ask them to remove the double opt-in, and they got it sorted out in about 2 hours. So it's working for Steve. Okay. So email AWeber, just say, hey, can you remove the double opt-in on my account? They'll fix it. Done. Okay. So that's, is it the campaign list token? Yes. Yes, it is. If I use GetResponse, if someone opts in, won't they get 2 follow-up emails, one from AWN responding? Yeah, no, yeah, they'll get your email follow-ups, and they'll get my email follow-ups. Okay, it's still okay. It's still okay, because mine is, I'm telling a story. Okay, and I'm introducing. They've already been exposed to me. Because the sales video, the capture page and everything like that, then they're getting emails from me, and I'm kind of telling my story, working them through it. And if you're trying to connect them and say, hey, yeah, I connected you with AWN, I'm an affiliate, like, you know, yeah, listen to what Tim has to say, or just listen to what I have to say, however you want to do it. They're going to be getting 2 emails, both from our system and from yours. And don't worry about people getting overwhelmed, because they might miss my email, they might miss yours. So to have 2 of them going in at once, all the better. You're welcome. And let's see here. Thanks. Yeah, you're welcome. It's the campaign list token. Yeah, AWeber is really
wait,
cool.
hold on. Sorry, I was spacing out. I wanted to add what you're talking about the double, like.
Stop spacing out, Michael. We're on a hangout. This is
everyone
professional.
So guys, if you're thinking about, because that's another thing, people are confused, like, well, why are they getting a campaign follow-up from you guys? Why, you know, do I send them one? You know, what do I do? you know, you guys have to understand, like, AWN is a product, okay? It's a product that you are selling, that you're an affiliate of, right? Anything you go sign up for online, there's gonna be follow-up emails, promotion, depending on the industry, that is gonna dictate how they're doing it, but there is gonna be some sort of follow-up. So since you are the affiliate, sending them to us, we are doing all the sales for you. You're gonna get paid. So we're gonna make sure we're doing everything in our power to convert that traffic. However, it doesn't mean that you can't follow up with them as well. So you just have to really understand. See, I think this is where a lot of people are going to have breakthroughs here, considering like a lot of you guys are coming from the home business industry, and you know, you guys get stuck in one way of thinking how you do things. You have to understand, when it comes to marketing, it's all about the angle and what you're selling and how you're trying to do it. That's what it comes down to. So that, I think a lot of you guys are going to be forced to break out of that comfort zone and really go out there, understand and learn and grow your skill set. So this is going to pretty much force you guys to do it. And you know, honestly, that's what Tim and I wanted. We wanted to do that. We didn't want you guys to be stuck in that one zone of like thinking everything's based around this business opportunity company, because it's not. If you're going to be thinking like that, you're never going to hit your income goals. You might hit a couple thousand a month, but you're never going to hit that $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 a month that a lot of you guys said you wanted to hit.
A lot of these companies, they try to touch everybody on the butt and help them, hold their hand and be like, oh no, it's going to be okay. It's fine. Like, no, it's going to be fucking hard.
Yeah,
like,
it's complete bullshit. Like, yeah, it's not.
It's going to be hard. You're going to have problems. You're going to have to troubleshoot stuff on your own. Like, this is real talk, guys. Like, go out there, just like I said earlier, just make shit happen. Like, it's not. I want you guys to just realize, like, get in there, learn it, try it, test it. If it breaks, try it again. If it breaks, try it again. Then you'll hit it, right? And just go at it. Anita, is there a way of testing without having to watch a 20-minute video first? The capture page is before that video, so you might be confusing it with the. Yeah, I don't know what you're testing. What you want to test, the autoresponder is going to hook up to that capture page with the opt-in form. So yeah, you don't have to watch the 20-minute video.
If you're already past the point of the capture page, if you were watching the video.
And again, Anita, yeah, it is the campaign list token and get response. So yeah. Anyways, guys, we've gone on for like an hour and a half, dude.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So hopefully, let us know in the comments if you guys got anything out of this. If you're watching this somewhere else other than the Hangout page, like if you're on YouTube or something, let us know in the comments.
If you're on YouTube, subscribe, because we're going to be posting a lot more content coming up. We're actually, Tim and I are excited because we were like in the trenches for so long now trying to build this thing out. We haven't even been marketing ourselves. We're all like, we have to get up and like dust ourselves off because like all of our like marketing juices are not where they need to be just yet, because we haven't done a lot. We've been focusing on this, so we're excited to get going. So we're going to be building out the YouTube channel. We're going to be posting a lot more a lot more content, our Facebook, our Twitter. So make sure you guys subscribe on all those platforms.
Yeah, we're about to. Mike and I have been caged up for like a year trying to build this thing, and then all the money we left on the table because we weren't marketing other things, like doing other stuff. But it's okay because we sacrificed that to build what AWN is now. And so now that the cage has been opened, watch out, guys. Like we're like, it's like that that cartoon where the guy's like, let me at him, like let me fight him. That's kind of like what we're like now is now we have all this knowledge and we're ready to just go apply it and show you guys, like, look, watch, boom, boom, throw a campaign up and boom. And in Underground, that's where we're going to be showing you, like, here, watch this, boom, it hits, right? Mm-hmm. So you want to keep up to date with that stuff, doing the case studies and the interviews and all that. Subscribe to all our YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, all our social media. Stay up to date inside the community. Help each other out. If you guys see someone asking a question or anything like that, help each other out. We're all here for each other, and we
don't want lurkers in the community. If you're a lurker, You know, I understand some of you are new. You don't feel like you can give any input just yet. But even if you have, if you do run across something where you're like, oh, I did that and I got through it this way, you know, share. Please put yourself out there, help others, and we want to really build this community to be something special.
Yeah. Kaz said thank you and goodbye. You're welcome and see ya. Yeah, guys, we're gonna wrap it up because I had to get going as well. You guys take care. Leave comments if whatever you learned. Let us know in the community inside of AWN as well. Let us know if this hangout helped you out, and we'll see you guys.
Oh, Tim, we forgot.
What did we forget?
We forgot what we forgot. We forgot a lot of stuff we said we were going to talk about. It just hit me, guys. I don't know if you got the email, but we're extending the registration window another week. So people, like if you have people on your list and stuff like that haven't got their accounts yet, if they still want one, they'll have until, what is it, next Thursday? Not this Thursday, but the following one, I think. Is that what we agreed on?
Yeah, next Thursday.
Yeah, next Thursday. So after we shut the doors and are not giving away the free accounts, then about a week after that, we're going to be planning, we're going to be doing, well, I guess we're going to be doing some sort of bonus, I guess, for people that end up getting Academy and all that stuff. Anyways, we'll talk about that later. But yeah, you still have a window to another week we added on to make sure everybody gets their account. So if you're on this somehow and you didn't get it, you know, get in there, reset your password. I guess that's it.
Yeah. Hold on, Anita, can someone give me the link of the page that you can sign? You don't here, I'll give you the login link. It's just going to be automatedwealthnetwork.com/login. There you go. And if you're going to automatedwealthnetwork.com to log in, you'll see a little member login on the top right. If you've missed it, that's okay. But yeah, you just go to automatedwealthnetwork.com/login and it'll take you to the login page. Okay, so you can sign in without watching a video. So yeah, we're you done, Michael?
Yeah.
I'm spent, dude. I need something to eat. I need to go eat.
Yeah, I need to go play with my kids. They're like, "Where's Daddy?"
Yeah. So yeah, guys. Again, hopefully this gave you guys some value. You got some insight. If you hopped on a little bit late, wait till we hop off to hit the refresh, and you'll get everything. We went over some really deep stuff today. So thank you guys for showing up. I know it's afternoon on what's today? Tuesday? On Tuesday afternoon. And we appreciate you guys. Want to see you guys in the community. Let us know what results you guys are getting. And we'll talk to you guys later.
All right. See you guys.